wonderful surprise to greet a man as he goes about the good Lord's business. Mrs. Bold, Miss Bold, and young Master Bold. I'm quite overcome with your boldness.
Good afternoon, Mr. Slope.
It really is a most extraordinary coincidence. I had planned to call on Mrs. Bold. I'm extremely anxious to speak to you.
Perhaps I should take the child for a walk along the river, and then you can talk undisturbed. Is the matter so urgent?
I believe you will think so.
See, John, there are some swans. Shall we go and look at them?
Not too close to the water, Miss Bold. You're both too precious to lose.
Oh, I am very careful with deep water, Mr. Slope.
Mrs. Bold. Will you let me ask you a plain question?
Certainly.
And will you give me a plain and open answer?
Either that or none at all.
My question is this. Is your father really anxious to go back to the hospital?
Well, why do you ask me? Why don't you ask my father?
Dear Mrs. Bold, there are wheels within wheels. Only I fear there is not time to explain them all. I need an answer to the question in order to advance your father's wishes, but it is impossible that I should ask him directly. No one can esteem your father more than I do. I doubt if the feeling is reciprocal. Since I came to Barchester, I have, in his eyes, been guilty of certain delinquencies, as a result of which he shares with some other people a feeling against myself. Whereas you, Mrs. Bold, you have allowed me to regard you as a true and good friend. To you, I can speak openly and explain the feelings of my heart. All that being so, I repeat the question. Is it your father's wish to go back to the hospital?
Yes, it is. More than anything in the whole world.
But when I spoke to him on behalf of the bishop, he declined the appointment.
Not the appointment. As he reported the matter to me, he did not entirely agree about the scheme for the schools and the services and the like.
Ah. Yes, indeed. I was a little flustered when I spoke to him, and perhaps exaggerated the importance of these other matters and of the essential repairs and maintenance to the building.
Oh, the building was perfect when we left.
Yes, it is no longer so. By the bishop's somewhat exacting standards, I have just completed an inventory of damage, dampness, dilapidation. But that is all by the way. I reported your father's words to the bishop, who took them to indicate a total and downright refusal, and I have reason to believe that the place has now been offered to Mr. Quiverful.
Mr. Quiverful?
I fear so.
Then there is nothing more to be said or done.
Not so, Mrs. Bold. Please. It is not too late to remedy the situation. I give you my word.
You must explain the remedy to me, Mr. Slope. I can see none.
Mr. Quiverful is an honourable man. If your father were to explain to him that the offer was made because of a misunderstanding, I feel sure that he would withdraw.
What? Ask a man with 14 children to give up his preferment. I know my father would do no such thing.
No, I suppose not. But it's out of the question that Quiverful should supersede your father. Now, dear Mrs. Bold, would you speak to the bishop yourself with the same truth and feeling that you have spoken to me?
Why can't my father speak to the bishop?
To tell the truth, the bishop had cause of anger against your father.
What? My father is the mildest and gentlest man living.
I only know he has the best of daughters. Well, something must be done. I refuse to see your father ruined by so ridiculous a misunderstanding.
It would be a pity.
But if he will not speak to Mr. Quiverful, and if you will not speak to the bishop, I shall simply have to talk to Dr. Proudy myself. I will tell him openly what are the facts. I will explain to him that he has hardly the right to appoint any other than your father. Tell your father from me that what can be done for his interest shall be done.
thanks.
I do not ask for thanks, and nor do I want them. At any rate, before they are merited. But this I do want, Mrs. Bold, that I may make to myself friends in this fold to which it has pleased God to call me as one of the humblest of his shepherds.